You wake up every day with the same quiet question sitting on your chest. Why am I still here? Why do I know what I should do and still don't do it? Pause. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. How long are you going to keep lying to yourself? Not the loud lies you tell other people. The quiet ones. The ones you whisper in your own head at night. I'll start tomorrow. I just need motivation. Once things calm down, I'll lock in. I'm tired. I deserve a break. Listen to me carefully. If motivation was enough, your life would already look different, and you know it because you've been motivated before. You felt that spark, that rush, that late night promise to yourself that this time would be different. And then what happened? You woke up the next morning and you did exactly what you always do. Pause. This isn't an attack. This is a mirror, because this is the hard truth about self-discipline. It doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't care about your mood. It doesn't care about your past. And it definitely doesn't care about your excuses. Self-discipline is the quiet force that shows up when motivation disappears. And motivation always disappears. You don't fail because you're weak. You fail because you wait to feel ready. Let that sink in. Most people aren't destroyed by lack of talent. They're destroyed by comfort, by distraction, by the addiction to feeling good right now instead of becoming something greater later. You don't lose your dreams in one dramatic moment. You lose them slowly. One skipped workout, one delayed task, one excuse that sounds reasonable, one night of I'll do it tomorrow, and tomorrow becomes next week, next month, next year, until one day you look in the mirror and barely recognize the person staring back. Pause. That feeling you get when you see someone else winning, that sting in your chest, that mix of envy, regret, and self-hate, that's not jealousy, that's grief. It's grief for the version of you that you keep abandoning. Because deep down you know what you're capable of, and that's what hurts the most. Not failure, not rejection, but potential left unused. Let me tell you a story. There was a man who woke up every morning before sunrise, not because he was excited, not because he felt inspired, but because he was tired of being disappointed in himself. He didn't post about it. He didn't talk about it. No one clapped for him. While the world slept, he worked. While others waited for the perfect moment, he moved in imperfect conditions. Some days he felt strong. Most days he didn't. But he showed up anyway. And slowly, quietly, something changed. Not outside. Inside. He stopped negotiating with himself. He stopped asking, do I feel like it? And started asking, what needs to be done? That's discipline. Discipline is not intensity, it's consistency. It's choosing to do the boring work, the repetitive work, the lonely work. It's doing it when no one is watching, when no one cares, when no one believes in you yet. Pause. See, motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. Motivation says, let's go. Discipline says, we go anyway. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the engine. And here's the brutal truth most people don't want to hear. Your life right now is a perfect reflection of your daily discipline. Not your dreams, not your intentions, not your plans, your actions. If you're broke, it's not bad luck. If you're out of shape, it's not genetics. If you're stuck, it's not because the world is unfair. It's because somewhere along the way you chose comfort over growth. And before you get defensive, pause. This isn't about blame, it's about responsibility. Because the moment you take responsibility, you take control. But control is scary. Because control means you can't hide anymore. You can't blame your parents forever. You can't blame your past forever. You can't blame your circumstances forever. At some point, you either rise or you repeat. And most people repeat. They repeat patterns. They repeat excuses. They repeat the same year over and over and call it life. Wake up. No one is coming to save you. No perfect time, no perfect plan, no perfect version of you that suddenly appears motivated and fearless. That version is built through discipline, through doing the hard thing when it's inconvenient, when it's uncomfortable, when it feels pointless. Do it when you're tired. Do it when you're bored. Do it when you're frustrated. Do it when you're doubting yourself. Show up when you don't feel confident. Show up when no one claps. Show up when progress feels invisible, because that's where the transformation happens. Pause. Let's talk about loneliness. No one prepares you for that part. When you start taking your life seriously, you lose people. Not because you think you're better, but because you're no longer available for the same nonsense. You don't waste hours complaining. You don't bond over excuses. You don't numb yourself with distractions the same way. And suddenly, you're alone. And that silence is dangerous if you don't understand it. Because in that silence, your mind will test you. It will say, is this worth it? Why am I working so hard? Look how easy everyone else's life looks. That's when most people quit. Not at the beginning, but in the middle. When the excitement fades, when results are slow, when no one notices. But listen to me. The middle is where discipline is born. The middle is where you separate yourself. Anyone can start. Very few finish. Because finishing requires identity change. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. And habits are built in silence. Let me be brutally honest with you now. Some of you don't need more inspiration. You need less tolerance for your own excuses. You don't need another video. You don't need another quote. You don't need another one day. You need standards. Standards for how you wake up. Standards for how you work. Standards for how you talk to yourself. Because the way you do small things is the way you do everything. If you can't keep promises to yourself, why should life trust you with more? Pause. This is the wake-up call. No one cares how hard your life has been. They care about results. No one rewards potential, they reward execution. And the world is brutally fair in that way. You either do the work or you don't get the life. So here's what you do. You stop waiting for motivation. You create systems. You wake up at the same time every day, not because you feel like it, but because you decided who you are. You do the hardest task first, not last, not someday. You eliminate distractions, not negotiate with them. You keep promises small and keep them consistently. You don't aim to be perfect. You aim to be relentless. And when you fail, and you will fail, you don't spiral. You don't quit, you reset. Discipline isn't about never falling. It's about never staying down. Pause, understand this. The pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret is permanent. 10 years from now, you will wish you started today, or you will thank yourself for not quitting. That choice is being made right now, not tomorrow, not Monday, now. Because the hard truth about self-discipline is that it doesn't make life easier. It makes you stronger. And strong people don't need easy lives. They create meaningful ones. So stand up. Stop negotiating with your future. Stop betraying your potential. Stop waiting for permission. You already know what to do. Do it tired. Do it scared. Do it imperfect. Just do it. Because discipline is not something you have. It's something you become. And once you become it, nothing can stop you.